Havilah Malone is a #1 best-selling author, an international and inspirational speaker, and CEO of Proof of What's Possible, Inc., a personal development corporation helping professionals master success from the inside out. She has been featured on Fox, CBS, NBC, QVC, HSN, Bravo TV, The Huffington Post, and more. Havilah is a master certified practitioner of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and she is a certified instructor for the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Well, it is my pleasure to say good morning and hello to you.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, I have to say this is a pleasure to interview you, to speak with you, and to let everybody else know what I know, and that you are, just what the book says, a publicity magnet.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. It is not difficult to fall in love, I want to say, with all of the concepts that you represent when you speak to what your passion is, which is really helping to empower other people and help them become better. And you got a great early start by graduating early, and you jumped right into the opportunities that were before you. And I don't think you said no to any door that was open.
No, I've said yes to many doors, and even throughout my life and career, I've gone down many paths. But at the end of the day, it's always been about mastering communication and then growing, because we have unlimited potential. So there's nothing that you can't accomplish if you set your mind to it. We just have to find the right tools to be able to master ourselves first.
And all of the names of that associated with you, the name of your company, Proof of What's Possible, it all speaks to the positive side of people. It all speaks to the success that is all just waiting in someone to come out. And I think that's fantastic. So for those that have not gotten an opportunity to meet you, tell them a snippet about, yourself and how you have gotten to this point and place in your life.
Certainly. So I am a New Orleans area native. I actually grew up in Kenner, because I know some of y'all don't like to claim us. Kenner. But I graduated from college at the age of 19. I was always into, education and things of that nature. But I also suffered from having low self-esteem. I suffered from having feelings of low self-worth because I was a victim of child molestation, growing up. And it wasn't until later on in life, even though I've accomplished a lot of really amazing things, it wasn't until I went on my own self-development journey and started really working to heal myself from the inside out that my true gifts started coming out. And I've kind of found my calling around being able to help especially women and young girls to be able to build that level of confidence in themselves, that they can look out in this world and say, you know what, that's what I want, I'm going after it, and there's nothing that can stop me but me.
That's fantastic, and of course it means so much. And I think it's even better when someone that has accomplished the things that you have is also able to say, but I haven't always been that way. I haven't always been there, and there is a journey and a process. And this book that you have authored is a part of the process of helping people discover that even though you may not be perfect in your mind and your eyesight, you can get there to that place where you're satisfied in being who you are as you continue to grow.
Yes.
So that brings us to this fantastic book. Now, we want to mention that you've already authored a book called The Publicity Magnet that just won the hearts of many people, because it was on TV, radio, and print, and it just, the title grabs everybody's attention on, okay, so if you've done that, then how do I do it?
Absolutely, because everybody has either a product, a message, or a service that they want to get out into the world. Like, you could be the best dressmaker, but if you're in the closet somewhere and nobody knows about you, what good is that going to do? So this book, How to Become a Publicity Magnet in Any Market via TV, radio, and print, it gives you these 5 steps to win. So first and foremost, get out of your own way. Because a lot of times it's us who holds us back from the opportunities that are right there in front of us. So once you do the self-work, then it provides you these strategies to be able to do interviews, on television or radio, to be able to be in this seat, because you have something to offer that you could be right here on this show, sharing with the world. And so it really helps to give you the strategies and tools to be able to get that message out there and do it in a very impactful and powerful way that adds value to people.
That is wonderful. And of course, people need to know that, because a lot of times we're looking for those tools in other places and in other people, when you're saying we already have the tools, we just need to learn how to develop them and get to work putting them out there.
Yes.
I love it. Well, you have this wonderful book that is taken off by storm, and everyone who picks it up loves enjoying all of the stories that are in there. And it has a special side attachment to it, I want to say, because it involves children. So we definitely want everyone to know. What I'll let you tell them, what is the name of this beautiful new book that you have authored?
Yes, so this is a project along with the Napoleon Hill Foundation called The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill. So this is based on the 17 Principles of Success from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, which is actually one of the top 10 best-selling books of all time. It's created more millionaires than any other success philosophy in history. And now for the first time in history, it's been made available for children.
Well, that is wonderful. Of course, we want children to always learn, and as you know personally, it would be wonderful to have a start very young, to know that you have potential beyond your imagination, so that you don't ever think less of yourself or ever think that you can't achieve that, but maybe this, and don't ever limit yourself. So I think it's wonderful that children are the focus of this book. And then tell us about Napoleon Hill, because he is such a figure in the world of not just becoming millionaires, but in the way that people think.
Yeah, he's the father of like the success philosophy world and movement. He was actually a reporter and he was sent out to do an assignment on success, and he was going to go interview Andrew Carnegie, so the steel magnate, the richest man of his time. And he ended up spending 3 days with Andrew Carnegie because he saw something in Napoleon Hill. And at the end of their time together, he gave him an opportunity. He said, look, there is no written philosophy on how do you become successful. Like, we've all done it. You know, all of our friends in our circle knows how to do it, but the common man does not have access to this. So we need to be able to put this down into a written form. And so he says, look, it's probably gonna take you about 20 years of your life. I'm not gonna pay you, but all I'm going to do is give you introductions to all these really successful people, and, you know, will you accept this assignment? And Napoleon Hill puts his hands in his pocket, and he literally just has enough money to be able to get back home. But he was like, this man is so successful. If he sees me as this conduit or this vessel to be able to bring this philosophy to the world, there must be something there. So he accepts the assignment. It takes him 20 years of his life. Wow. He interviews over 500 of the most successful people of the time, from Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, President Roosevelt, President Woodrow Wilson, and the list goes on and on. The people who've literally created the society that we now live in. And from them, it was like, what do you do differently from everybody else? How do you think differently? What is it that makes you successful? And he was able to narrow that down to those principles of success that you find in Think and Grow Rich, and now for the first time for children in The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill.
That is astounding. And everyone, we are speaking with Havilah Malone, the #1 best-selling author, international inspirational speaker, and CEO of Proof of What's Possible, discussing her book, The Amazing Adventures of Oliver Hill, based on the principles of Napoleon Hill. And so we are very excited to have her here. We're going to continue this discussion as we go on with learning more about the principles and how children are able to benefit from these lessons. And I'm Lisa Phillips with WYLD FM 98. All right, so we want to jump right into the book?
Yeah, certainly.
All right. Okay, we're back. This is Lisa Phillips, FM 98 WYLD. We're speaking with Havilah Malone. She is the #1 best-selling author and international inspirational speaker and CEO of Proof of What's Possible, Inc. And this is a personal development corporation which helps professionals master success from the inside out. And Havilah, we were discussing your new book, All for Children, based on Napoleon Hill's 7 principles, and it is The Amazing Adventures of of Oliver Hill. Now, that sounds exciting already, just in the title. So with the principles that have obviously made a difference for millions of people around the world, with the principles, how do we think of it as a guide for children?
Certainly. Like, the book is actually broken down, so each principle of success, from learning how to go the extra mile, or learning how to use enthusiasm to be able to get your goals, or even understanding to have a definiteness of purpose, to be able to have a goal that you're going after, because that's about 98% of people in the world have no true aim, no true focus. They just kind of are blown about by the wind, whatever comes. Okay, life is treating me or pushing me in this way, as opposed to you deciding, I want this, I can have this, and here are the things I need to do to get it. So we take these principles that have been available just for adults, and they've been broken down into short, rhymed children's stories. So it brings the kids on these adventures with Oliver Hill and his brothers and sisters and his friends, and they get to learn about, controlled attention, like how to stay focused, how to, really accomplish a goal that you have in mind from these like really fun stories. And so the kids who have been benefiting from this, and even the parents, they are in love with this book, because they're like, we're able to give our children these foundational success principles, and they want us to read these stories over and over and over again, at nighttime, before they're going to bed. Mm-hmm. And it is such a wonderful thing. So we've even created programs that are in schools and different community centers that are helping kids to be able to get this and get it now. Because don't we always say, if I'd have known what I knew back then, or what I know now back when I was younger, right, how much further along you would be in your life. So now it doesn't have to be like that for the next generation. We can break those cycles of that poverty mindset, or feeling like you're disempowered in some way because of some system. No, you can have the same advantages that everybody else has, because your true power lies right here in your head.
Absolutely. And of course, with these principles, now that they are in place for children, if you had this when you were younger, like you said, if we knew then, where would I be now? My goodness, at 19 I graduated, but where would I might have just taken off.
I would have already had my Nobel Prize by now.
There you go. But hey, you're still moving forward with that, and so I think that it's amazing, just like the title, that children have access to something that for many would seem like top secret information. So isn't that awesome that the children get to have it in a way that they can enjoy it, understand it, and it's not only for the children, the parents are eating it up, because they can relate to be able to explain and really have that relationship with their children, to really give them a good foundation for life. I think that is a wonderful combination. So you have this book available in Spanish, and you have it in classrooms, and so you're just going everywhere with it.
Yes,
I love
we are
it.
truly fueling the future now. We're giving them the tools that they need to be successful. And I love how you brought that out, because there's a saying, is anything you want to keep, you got to share it. And so even as a parent, as you were, reading these stories to your child, before they go to bed, or you're having this interaction, as it's going into their ears, it's also going back into you. So you're also embodying these principles. You're also understanding, these philosophies for success. And a lot of adults don't know them now. So this is such a great thing that we're literally helping to change the next generation.
Absolutely.
That I'm excited about.
Yes, and that is so key, so that the cycle does not repeat, and that someone else continues to get these wonderful principles. And who knows, the sky is definitely the limit when someone else grabs hold to it and thinks outside of the box about what it means even to them. So which of these principles do you believe has been the most effective to you? Because you've written the book, and of course I know you've grown a little more even writing the book. So which of the ones stand out to you?
There's two in particular.
Okay.
One, enthusiasm. And because it's an intangible force, we all have it within us. And it's an actual power that can help us to manifest our dreams into reality. We can literally get somebody else to agree with or to support us in our projects and the things that we want. If you tap into that power of enthusiasm that's within you, if you were tired or feeling down, you can literally get this new level of energy within yourself. But that really is about connecting what you're passionate about and bringing that energy to it. Because there's a Gallup poll that said over 70% of Americans hate their job. Literally, you wake up every day to go to a job that you hate. You spend 8 hours or so there, 5 days a week, if not more. All this time doing something that you don't even enjoy. That's a lot of time of your life. And so when we can start to redirect our focus onto the things that really do fill our cup up, that give us that energy, and we can tap into that power of enthusiasm, it can literally transform our lives. And then the other one that's been a huge principle for me is it's actually principle 16, around budgeting time and money. Yes.
That's a big one.
You only have so much time, and you want to use it well. And then your money, you want that to be able to go out and grow for you. Your money is like children, and those children can have children, and those children can have children. So the mindset of trading time for money is a very old and antiquated way of looking at things. So learning how to save and invest and grow your money, that financial literacy piece is huge. And even for us to be able to share that with children from a young age, where you don't have to get into this like pay cycle, or you have more month than money.
Amen, somebody.
Yes.
So true. And I love those two, especially because I really would think would encompass the other principles, because it's about having wealth, and not just in money, but in knowledge and wisdom, in being able to share to someone else what you have, so that their potential is unlocked. And so it's so key to share the principles that you're talking about. And I just can imagine, I'm looking at testimonials of parents talking about how fabulous it is, how my daughters have read it and loved it, and lives are changed. And so children, I'm sure, are enthusiastic, and they're like sponges. So I know they're taking it all in, and it's so exciting to just have this book available for the children. And so is there an age limit, I want to say, or does it start somewhere? Because we're all kids, right?
I know I am. I am like the biggest kid
Let's
in the
just
world.
tell the truth.
And no, this is great. Even if like you're saying, hey, I have a newborn, you want to start reading it to them now. Start inculcating that, because children, like you said, they are sponges. They soak everything up that they are exposed to. And even because we have programs with elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools. And then, of course, the parents are even benefiting from it if they're the ones reading it to their children. Kind of like the sweet spot, for it is grades 2 through 7. But again, like I said, we have, because we even work with the University of Virginia, like they use it in all of their community outreach. So it is truly helping to transform this next generation. So I would highly recommend people go on Amazon, get a copy. If you have brothers, sisters, cousins, your children, your grandchildren, do not allow them to be left behind and not get information that is available to them that will help them get to their next level now.
Excellent. And the word is now. And of course, now we want to say that we congratulate you, because you have been before so many people doing so many great and positive things. But the most recent wonderful opportunity you've been given is as the winner of the Urban League of Louisiana at their 2017 Innovate Her Challenge. So please, as you smile a little bit more, tell us about that, because it's exciting.
Yes, I was selected as the local winner here for the through the Urban League of Louisiana and the SBA for the Innovate Her Challenge Award. And this organization and this program is really about being able to bring products and services that impact women and families. And so the things that we're doing with our Fueling the Future Now, and helping to shift those mindsets to be able to bring the character development, to youth, and be able to bring those principles of success, has been something that caught the eye of the Urban League. And I work with them. They're an amazing resource center to be able to help, entrepreneurs, or even aspiring entrepreneurs, to give them the resources that they need. And this was an amazing opportunity for me to not only share what we're doing in the community, but to be able to bring it to a much bigger stage, and on a worldwide stage. And so I'm super excited about the win. Like I was honored and humbled, to be selected for this.
Well, it just continues to reflect the fact that these principles work, and that even if you didn't get them in the beginning as a child, they still have found their way into your life, and you have allowed them to manifest, and it's all continuing to happen. So what is the next step from having been named the winner of this opportunity?
Yeah, so the next step is the SBA will pick the top 10 finalists that will go on to nationals. So that'll happen in September in Washington, D.C. And so the Sarah Blakely Foundation, so the lady who created Spanx, they are actually, the top prize for this is $70,000 towards your program. So the money would go towards our Fueling the Future Now program, so that we can help more children and families to be able to change those mindsets and give them those principles of success.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So now if someone wanted to join with you to help show their support in some way, what's the best way for them to be in touch with you or to join in with this effort?
Absolutely. So you can reach out to me actually at ask at havilahmalone.com. And so you spell it HAVILAHMALONE.com. I am available on all social media, platforms at Havilah Malone. So again, HAVILAHMALONE. Or you can even reach out to us by phone at area code 504-617-3425. And we would love for you to be able to reach out, especially if you work at a school, you're a principal, a teacher, you are with a community organization that supports, children, then to be able to bring these programs into your organization will be a huge win and give you a really huge key differentiator from, what other people are doing. So, and then parents, go online, get this book for your children.
Well, I am excited for you, and I'm so excited for those who will get this book. It is definitely a wonderful read, a wonderful opportunity to develop a relationship with your children, with your family, with others who just need to know how to rethink where they want to go and to become successful. So do you have final words? Because we have so much we can share, and I would love to be here, but final words for everyone listening.
Yeah, you know what? I would love to be able to be the catalyst or the spark for people to know that you can be anything that you want. You are powerful beyond measure. So surround yourself with people who are going to support you, who are going to encourage you, and reach out to resources that are available for you to be able to grow. Like even through the Urban League, through their Women's Business Resource Center. And they don't just support women, they support all types of businesses. There's all kind of programs that are available to people that they just don't tap into because either they're not knowledgeable about it or they don't feel like, oh, well, I would never be selected for that, or I'm not good enough for that. Get out of that mindset and go for what you want, because you can have it.
Fantastic. I love it. And you know that I personally just appreciate all of your wonderful energy. Your enthusiasm is contagious, and I'm catching it all, and I'm passing it on as well. And I want to know also what is next on your calendar. I like to ask that so that we can follow you and find you.
Yes, certainly. And like I said, you can always reach out to me about these upcoming events at ask@havilahmalone.com. But you can join us on July 27th over at the Regency for the J. Lewis Ice Carvings networking event. I'll be speaking there, and then from there I'll be going to I'll be a guest speaker at Barpreneur over at Sobu at the W Hotel on August the 4th. That's at noon. And on August the 6th, which is a Sunday, I'll be speaking at the Women Mean Business Conference at the Algiers Auditorium on the West Bank. And August 11th, we have an event. We're going to be doing a workshop for young girls over at Macy's for the Shop for a Cause. So that's a huge program that we're doing with my nonprofit organization, Living Beyond the Box and Everybody Loves Barbie, and Ignited Fusion, along with Fashion Week NOLA. So we'll be doing a modeling and confidence building workshop there, as well as doing a fashion show that Saturday. So if you want more information about that, just reach out to me via email at ask@havilahmalone.com.
And yeah, let you speak to that for a minute. The Barbie that you mentioned, I didn't want to overlook the foundation, but there's so much that you do, and I'm excited about it. But but I did not want to miss that. Speak to that for a moment.
Certainly. So in 2015, I formed a nonprofit organization called Living Beyond the Box, and our premier program is called Everybody Loves Barbie, which helps support children and youth who have been abused, and to really be able to help them to take their confidence back and take their power back. And so we do a lot of things in the community to be able to support organizations that are, helping this particular group of kids. And so we're always doing like just really amazing things like with the kids, like whether it's mentoring or community service projects or like doing fundraisers. So this project that we're doing with Macy's for Shop for a Cause in August, I'm really excited about, because here's an opportunity for you to be able to not only get all fashionable and get dressed up, but also learn some of these principles of success and build the confidence within yourself, because it's beyond just physical beauty, but it's the beauty that comes from inside out.
And you've learned that personally and are sharing that with these young girls who also need to know that their life has purpose and meaning and that their potential is great.
Yes.
And I love that. Well, I have a question for you that if you had to choose, I hope you're ready for this.
Okay.
If you had to choose, which 3 words would you share with someone, be it a child or an adult, that would empower them for their life's journey?
3 words that empower them for their life's journey. Ooh. Belief, faith, and action.
I love it.
You must believe in yourself. You have to have faith and a power that is greater than you, that is assisting you along your journey. And to get where you want to go, you got to take action.
Well, you've said it all. And I am absolutely thrilled. Everyone, Havilah Malone, she is an international best-selling author, and you need to pick up this book, both of the books.
Yes.
Publicity Magnet, and then join all of the wonderful adventures of Oliver Hill based on the foundational principles of Napoleon Hill. And Havilah Malone, you are a blessing, and we just appreciate you continuing to share as you have, and we wish you all the best. And happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm stepping into my year of manifestation. So
yes.
I'm super excited.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to watching that unfold.
I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video. If you found value in what you saw and you're ready to take your next step or just get some more information, reach out to me at ask@havilahmalone.com. That's ask@havilahmalone.com. And let's stay connected on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter @Havilah Malone. I can't wait to hear from you, and know that your goal is closer than you think. Have a great one.